Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and once again I'm here with Dan Priest with Priest Insurance Agency, and it's our insurance show, and today we're talking windstorm.
Let's talk windstorm.
Run with it, big boy.
Okay, so so there's the policies we have: Texas Windstorm, and then you have flood, and then you have the hazard policies. So one of the things that we talk about reviews. So windstorm, these rates, they kind of creep up on you. And the funny thing is, windstorm hadn't had a rate increase in how long? Years. Yes. But rates go up. So why? Rates go up because there's a couple of things that happen within the windstorm policy that causes your rate to increase every year. We all know that inflation happens and the cost of building changes, right? So like back during a few years ago when the pandemic occurred, couldn't get any supplies.
Material.
So the cost of building went up, and what was once $150 a foot now today is $250 or $300, right? Depending on the type of house. Well, so windstorm, as a protection mode, they've got to cover it, right? Mm-hmm. So they have an automatic building increase every year. It applies to the replacement cost configuration in the house, and it applies to the coverage. So not to get too complicated, but let's say your replacement cost is $400,000 and you have it insured for $380,000, okay? That means next year, your calculated replacement cost is going to go up by $40,000 to $440,000, and your replacement cost is going to go up from $380,000, it's going to go up by $38,000 to $418,000. Okay. Well, the next year, it's going to go up, your replacement cost is going to go from $440,000 another 10% to $484,000.
Right.
Okay. Does the reality of building cost increase 10% every year? We really haven't seen, it's been a little bit flatter these past few years. So we encourage you to review this, call us, talk to us, because you may be overinsured at this point. 7 years of 10% build adds up. That's a double. What you started at $200, now you're insured for $400. That may be correct, it may not be. But it's a big thing, and with that rating, with that building cost increase is an automatic increase in the rate, in the price that you're paying for insurance. That's a truism. Things go up.
Well,
right?
And we've talked about that. We talk about it every year, and it's the end of the year. Usually we talk about it at the first of the year. Hey, now's the time to go through your insurance. It's the first of the year while things are slow. Go through and check and make sure that you've got all your add-ons stuff you bought for Christmas. Make sure it's, if it needs to be insured, jewelry, guns, something like that, it's covered under your policy. Little things you've done to the house, and we talk about that every year.
We do.
This is the same thing. You need to go through and make sure that you're not over-insured or under-insured.
Well, yes, and so we run across all the time where someone's windstorm insurance may be, I'm going to pick a number. We had this the other day. Their wind was covered for like $650,000, right? But their house is really a $400,000 house. So you're paying $250,000 in extra insurance that you're not really going to get. Right? Because the cost to rebuild that house is not going to cost that much. So you've got to look at it and review your coverage and get those coverages in line to make sure that you're getting the best value that you have and correct value that you have for your home.
And what do they need to bring to the table? Does it just go off square footage? Do they need to know, hey, if I was going to build the customer, if they say, hey, look at my insurance and let's see what.
So are you asking me what goes into the calculation?
The calculation.
Okay. So there are companies, and Windstorm has its own, and every company, there are building cost estimators, much like a repairman would use if they're going to estimate a cost for the house. And it's based off of the average construction cost within a zip code for similar type construction. So if it's a tract home or just a house that somebody's putting up, that's less customization. So what we need to know are square footage. How much deck space do you have? Is it covered or is it uncovered? Because that affects roof area. The level of what are your what's the interior of your home like?
Right.
Is it
Hardy plank versus wood?
well, exterior and elevation? How high is
Right.
it? That's a factor. How big are those posts? What kind of flooring do you have? Is it sheet vinyl or is it teak?
Yeah.
Bamboo. What are you doing? So all of that affects the reconstruction cost.
Okay.
And so when someone gives that to us, we have some resources online. We have that we can look at, but ultimately it's a conversation with the customer.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're winding down the year. I know everyone's got holiday stuff going on, but it's something you want to stay on top of, not only home insurance, but car insurance. And we're going to talk about car and boat and toy insurance a little bit later in a week or so. But make sure you pay attention, because I know Chris and I, every once in a while, Chris will say, man, it just keeps going up. I'm going to call around and get different insurance. In fact, she called you and y'all got her insurance because the other people couldn't come close. So, but for more information, if you have a policy or you're looking at buying something, you want to get some more information on what insurance costs may be, make sure you get hold of Priest Insurance. They've got the background, like we said last week. They've got 40 some years of experience just in, I think, 3 girls. Yep. One of them's been there 20, another one 15, another one 12 or something. Yep. And they really go the extra mile. Plus, Dan's been on, the family's been on Bolivar for over 40 years, and that counts for something, knowing what it takes for the coastal region, located in Lumberton, but works Lumberton, Beaumont, just about anywhere, and a lot of time down here. In fact, the girls like coming down here and look for a reason to come down here. Hey, I need to go check this house.
Yeah, and stop for lunch.
and stop for lunch somewhere.
Maybe a little moment on the beach.
Yeah, so anyway, get hold of Priest Insurance at priestinsuranceenagency.com. You can fill out the form, or you can get a phone number. Give them a call. They've got people on the phones ready to help you. We're going to head on out. Dan, thanks for joining us. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye. Video equipment is sponsored by Crystal Beach Decor and More, located at 1959 Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas, and Beachy Beatnik Boutique and Jewelry, located at 970 Surfside and Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas. Thank you to these 2 businesses for being our 2025 video equipment sponsor for Bolivar Live.